Hello everyone. For my personal story, I'm going to tell you about my first cow show. So I was in the 6th grade, so I would have been 12, 13 years old. I had a homegrown heifer that my dad had bought from the market that we brought home. We picked her because of her calm demeanor. She was pretty. She was the perfect first show heifer. So I got my cow ready. I practiced every weekend with her and was getting ready for my first show. It was the county fair, the Tri-County Fair, and I was really excited. So we got there. I was able to have some help from some people in the community, and I ended up placing second in my class and then got called back for showmanship and ended up getting third overall in junior showmanship. So it was a really exciting night. It was a great introduction into the show cow industry. So I am excited for the next year. I have a steer this time and a heifer as well and a cow-calf pair. I was really excited. I was going to just come in with a bang. And the fair was in March, and in February I got a letter in the mail saying that I was not allowed to participate. Initially, my parents didn't even tell me about the letter because they were so confused themselves. And it turned out that I wasn't eligible because I had not been informed of the 4-H attendance policy. It was small town politics, and a woman that was the 4-H leader had said that she told my father in the post office that I needed to come to a 4-H meeting. And when we went to rebuttal the issue, there was no wiggle room. The woman could have said, okay, next year, let's try to have you come to some more meetings. But instead of that, she completely said I could not participate any longer. So it's March. I have a finished fat steer, and I have nowhere to go. Luckily, my dad contacted a few community members, and I was able to go show in an open show where I had some county exposure. I was put in the newspaper, and I was able to sell my fat steer. So I broke even that year and was able to figure out, what I was doing. What I really learned from this situation is that you're going to make relationships positive and negative. And for me, it was good to get the negative out of the way so I understood who was a good connection in the community and who wasn't necessarily a good connection. Some really great connections I made were my family friend Carl. He used to work for us at a time, and then he became my friends, and he was able to take me to cow shows, and his son showed with me, so it was a really great connection. I was able to help him, he was able to help me, and that's a connection I still have to this day. I got my foot in the door with a lot of cattle connections, which I'm still using because I'm in the world of agriculture, and I hope to continue to be in the world of agriculture. Another connection I made was a woman named Brenda, who was the 4-H leader in Levy County. She was able to amend the rules at the Levy County Fair so I could show, and then keep those rules open so that other participants in the same situation I am were able to have a final show and be able to exhibit their animal they've worked so hard on. The life lesson I really learned is that you can't necessarily trust everyone. You have to have some tough skin. You have to know that not everything's going to work out, and that you just have to put your best foot forward and learn from that situation. What I've learned from that situation is you have to take everything with a grain of salt. Nothing is what it really seems to be. Major thing I learned is that if someone or someplace doesn't want you, that doesn't mean no one wants you. That just means that door is closed, but there's another door right around the corner that's open that has even better connections. I was able to move on to the Alachua County Fair where I was embraced by the 4-H leaders and really excelled and was able to become involved in their ambassador program, in their leadership positions, and without those connections, I don't know where I would be today. So that's my story about how when one door shuts, another door opens.